Do you have this feeling that robo-vacuums have been making a lot of promises, especially when it comes to mopping, but not giving us what we want? Well, let me introduce you to the Narwal Flow, and it will be the best mopping robo-vacuum to have ever come out. Everyone's going to copy it, from the iRobots to the Dreamies. And I'm not here trying to showcase this to you like other reviewers might, where they're just using it in little spaces or one little room. I let the Narwhal Flow mop and vacuum my house over 30 times. And that's a long time to really test and figure out if this machine is going to be worth it. And I'm kind of old school. I want to share with you my real life experience and not just list features like it comes with twin AI dodge obstacle avoidance. Because all of these robo vacuums have so many features that the only feature that really matters is how well is it going to clean your home and how easy is it to use. So let's go and find out. I'm going to do a very difficult test. I got my maple syrup, I got my chocolate milk, and I got whipped cream. No other Robovac would be able to pick this up because no other Robovac really has suction. So let's see if our wet dry mop, aka the Narwhal Flow Robovac, is going to be able to pick this up. We're going to put it on mopping cycle. We'll probably have to do it normal, meticulous, and 3x. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, well, I would just use a paper towel to pick up all of this mess first. However, how else can I show you the full capability of the Flow Wash Track Mop if we just use it on small, easy messes? Because what this can do is that because it uses continuous fresh water, because you're combining it with the AI obstacle detection, it's actually going to try to do its best to navigate the mess. Because this is why every other company from Dreamy to iRobot is going to copy this Flow Wash Track design, because you have the powerful scraping where it's going to remove the dirt in real time. It's going to have real dirty water extraction. So it's picking up this chocolate milk, it's picking up the maple syrup, and you have the track mop that's applying enough pressure with the warm water so that it can clean the floor efficiently in one pass, just like a wet dry mop. And after having tested nearly every single mopping RoboVacuum to have come out in the past 6 years, because now in this premium RoboVacuum game, it is so hard to stand out. But if you look at the color of the dirty water, it stands out to me. I've never seen another RoboVacuum be able to produce dirty water this color, because it's basically just sucking up the liquid on the floor, storing it in the tank, and putting it back inside the dirty water tank. That means it's actually acting like a real mop, which is what we all hoped our mopping units can do, because this is really mirroring the performance of a wet dry vacuum. It is not mirroring the performance of a Swiffer wet jet. It is not just rubbing everything around on a saturated mop pad. This is actually removing everything, and look at the color of this dirty water. This is not dirty water that you would ever expect from a robo vacuum, and it did a great job cleaning itself because it doesn't stop cleaning itself until the water is clear. And that's the special part about this clean station. The mop roller is actually very clean, considering we picked up maple syrup, we picked up chocolate milk, and we picked up whipped cream. And it's just wet, but it's going to dry itself inside of the clean station. So after running our unit for 30 sessions, it's time to clean the tray. You can see what it looks like, and this is what our tank looks like. It's going to be easy enough to empty and clean them. You just have to take it to the sink, rinse them out, and they're going to be as good as new. Just put them back in your unit, and it's going to be ready to go. But the difference is that your Narwhal, now that it has that wet dry vacuum feature roller, it does a better job because it's able to be more stable and balanced. And then it could pick itself up in terms of the front end and then put more pressure on the back end when it needs to apply more pressure when it wants to mop. Finally, what the secret of this roller bar really is that it's an inner water tank that's connected to it. So it's constantly refreshing the water and cleaning its pad so that you're not just using saturated dirty water while you're mopping your floors. And that is ultimately the real difference between the Narwhal Flow and other units, is that it's acting like a wet dry mop where you have dirty water, you have clean water, and they're not going to be commingling. So for our test purposes, we got a little bit of Rice Krispies that we're going to crush up. We're going to place it on our floor. We also have some chocolate milk. We're going to dab that on the floor, and this is going to be the floor that our unit is going to mop. And for all the cat and dog owners out there, I'm going to put some catnip on the floor because it makes my cat go absolutely wild for it. The AI system on the Narwhal is going to detect that there's a lot of debris in front of it, and it's going to ramp up its motor. So once it starts ramping up its motor, increasing its suction power, it's going to do a better job picking up all of this debris, and it's going to control the speed of its side brushes, so it's not just going to kick all this debris around. And now I'm just going to add some chocolate milk to give it kind of like that X factor, because we want to see after it picks up this mess, how is it going to clean up the chocolate milk? And is it going to do it in one pass or two passes? Because this is just more like a real world test. Because, like they say, set it and forget it. Because your narwhal here is going to pick up all the debris, and then whatever it doesn't pick up, it's going to pick up in its wet dry mop vac on the back. It's the question, how well does it do on the chocolate milk? In this application, it picks it up in one pass. It's just like erasing it off the floor, and you don't see any of the chocolate milk even inside of the crevices because of how dense the mop pad itself is. And in this case, if you have the Freo Mind on, it's actually going to come back and re-clean this area just so that it ensures that it's going to have the highest level of cleanliness. Because that's what it's going for. It's going to try to make your floors as clean as possible, especially if you have the AI mode on. The Narwhal's edge cleaning is going to be very impressive because it has an extendable mop roller. However, for corners, it's not going to reach out far enough that it's going to be able to mop exactly inside the corner, and that's just based on geometry. If you're looking at the object obstacle detection, the Twin AI Dodge obstacle avoidance is good at recognizing 200 objects, which is more than what you get on the Dreamy X50 as well as the Roborock Ceros Z70. With that said, the more complicated the maze, or maybe your house is going to be super messy, it's going to go and stop and think, should I go left, right, which is the best path in front of me using its camera system. And this means that it can sometimes touch objects, but if you don't want it to touch anything, you could put it on super cautious mode and then it won't touch anything. It's actually going to give as much space as possible. In terms of cord avoidance, it does much better, in my opinion, than even the Freo Z Ultra here, because the Narwal Flow remembers where the cord is. And because it identifies the cord faster and it remembers where it is, even though it has one less AI chip than what you get with the Freo Z Ultra, it doesn't go back and get tangled again. So it just remembers, it goes around it, and then it leaves it alone. And that's exactly what we want, so it doesn't get tangled up with any of them. And it's even more difficult for your flow to get tangled because the side brushes are going to be those anti-tangle, and the mop pad is not spinning, so the cords won't get stuck on that spinning mop pad anymore. AI has also infiltrated the multi-function base, so if it detects that the roller is very dirty, it's going to use 140-degree hot water, and if it detects that it's kind of dirty, it's going to use 113 Fahrenheit warm washing for that roller. After that, it's always going to do this 176-degree heat up so that it's going to kill any of the bacteria and help with odors. And for drying, it's going to use only 104-degree. And I think they did that because they don't want to damage the mop and roller, and your unit will keep rinsing until the water is clean so that it will actually use more water than you think. So you might have to refill the tank more often because it wants to make sure it's very clean. So your Narwhal Flow has sensors that detect how clean the water is after it rinses its mop pad and empties the tank. And it's going to try to keep running until that tank and the water itself is running clear. And that just means that you're less likely to have odors coming from your unit as well as a cleaner mop pad, because the water has to be clear. It's not going to be chocolatey brown anymore. It has to run like water now. So that's going to be the 6th time that it actually rinses and washes itself. They want you to just make sure that you use detergent that's going to be non-sudding. So do not put dishwash soap or laundry detergent and think it's going to clean your floors. As well as I wouldn't put pine sol or anything that abrasive either. Now it's drying itself as well as disinfecting itself, but let me show you the wastewater after picking up the chocolate milk. So this is the wastewater from what it picked up on the chocolate milk. The app experience for your Narwhal Flow is going to be straightforward. It's going to generate a map for you, and then for each option, you have vacuum and mop, vacuum then mop. If you want to use Freo Mind, you can also customize what you want that AI to do in each individual room you create, and you could adjust the humidity as well as the coverage precision. And if you want to adjust it for how you want it to clean carpet, you can customize when and how you want it to clean your carpet in terms of high performance, because the Narwhal will come with deep carpet boost, and deep carpet boost allows it to detect carpet, and then it's going to create more pressure so it can pick up things things off your floor, and it uses a dual pass zigzag cleaning pattern, so it's quite meticulous, and I've tried it on mine. It does mean that the carpet cleaning will take a little bit longer, but it's going to pick up everything at least to the best of its ability. And to be fair, let's talk about some of the drawbacks, because you need to know exactly what you're getting into, because there were some sacrifices made because the mopping system takes so much space inside the unit. So a question for me is, how come it doesn't come with the automatic soap dispenser? And I think that has something to do with just the design of the roller. So the roller is meant to clean your floors, but if it just uses water, it's not going to do the best job disinfecting. So what you're going to want to do is add in the solution into the clean water tank. And since I use my Narwal Flow to clean my house 30 times already, let me give you some advice in case you ever have to troubleshoot it. The first thing is that there's no reset button on the actual Robovac. If you want to have a hard reset here, what you're going to want to do is hold down and press the button on the base station. There's only one button, you hold it down for at least 5 seconds, and that's going to reset your Robovacuum. Because I've tested my flow in all types of conditions here, way beyond what a normal person would ever experience with their Narwal Flow, because like all things with AI, there will be a time where these AI navigation systems might seem like they're confused and you're not going to be sure what it is. And in that case, it's usually because the sensors are dirty. So you might want to wipe down the sensors, or if that doesn't help, just give it a sec for the sensors to dry because there might be some liquid on them. If you're wondering which is the best Robovacuum for mopping your floors, it will be the Narwal Flow, and there's no questions about it, because once you put the performance of the Narwal Flow as a mop versus any other Robovacuum you can get right now, including from Roborock or from Dreamy or from iRobot, none of them will come close, because those Robovacuums are using circular mop pads or roller mop pads or some type of vibrating mop pad. But this is actually going to be a wet-dry vacuum. And it's a little bit different than what you might know of a wet-dry vacuum, because it's going to be a robotic wet-dry vacuum. And it has the capabilities to not only clean itself, but also adds water. And this is going to be one of the most advanced mop pads you can get, because it can even protrude itself. So that means when it hits areas, it can actually go left to right, it can change directions, and that's why this is a third generation Robovac, because it does things we never thought Robovacuums would be capable of doing, at least not this quickly. And we've hit that point where all of these Robovacuums, the premium flagship kinds, are going to get more and more specialized, because there's not enough space to fit in things like a robot arm as well as a track mop, because half of the robot has to be dedicated to the battery and actually for vacuuming. So if you've been waiting all this time for a Robovacuum that can actually mop your floors, well, it's here, and it's called the Narwal Flow. And with that, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and please hit that like or subscribe. It really does help support our channel. We put a lot of work in this video, and I want to make sure that you know that we care. So I'll catch you next time. This is David with the French Glow signing off. Bye, bye, bye.